Friends, only 1 in 5 people will make it. The most harsh, cruel stat that you must know is 22% of every coin in the top 100. 22% touched or broke their all-time high. That's only 1 in 5. Which means you look around, YouTube, Twitter, friends and family, anyone you know, telegrams, 4 in 5 people are not going to make it. They're going to round trip the next cycle too. They're going to be just like Tron. They're going to be just like XRP. A lot of people in Corridanzo, it's basically almost a round trip. Everything's round trip, friends. 4 out of 5 people. Now, if you speak to everybody, everyone will say, no, I'm in the 1 in 5 camp. Of course, everybody's going to say that. But this is important to know. Now, some people will then go on to tell you that can't be right because this cycle is going to be different. Okay. Yeah, it's different in a worse way. We don't have 0% rates anymore. They're at 5. Okay. We don't have infinite QE anymore. We don't have 5 jabs that you need to take at home and stimulus handed out to you. You don't have $16 trillion in negative yielding bonds anymore. You don't have that. You don't have Elon Musk parading that he's just bought Bitcoin with $1 billion of Tesla, which ended up being a grift so he could dump the forward PE pricing of Tesla on everybody because he sold for about 60 billion or whatever it was. Okay. You don't have any of those, man. You have Wall Street, Roca Negra coming out and saying, this Bitcoin product will make you riches. That's all you got. That's literally all you got. And people are trying to tell you, no, this time is different. Really? Is this time really different? Also, you're now in the 4th cycle for Bitcoin. You're in the 3rd cycle for Ethereum, 3rd cycle curse. And remember, they carried the whole industry in the last cycle. Everything was derived from the Ethereum price, which came off Bitcoin. Okay, so that's just a harsh number, man. 4 out of 5 people are not going to make it. Now, you might say to me, what coins are you holding? Tell me all the coins you're holding on your portfolio. Hey, I'm not going to tell you everything, but I will tell you something. I am going to hedge myself in case being wrong. I knew this, by the way, from day one, friends, since 2022. Okay, for the past 2 years, 90% core, 10% lottery. All right, the 10% lottery includes leverage altcoins, low and micro caps, IDOs, all of them. Trying to do as many of them as I can. That's a 10% lottery. Now, you might say, wait, why don't you do bigger portion lottery? This is the problem. The problem is there are so many things to choose from. It's nearly impossible to concentrate. It really is. But you do hedge yourself still. Why? Because when you have lottery tickets, when you have places everywhere, and you're keeping an eye on a lot of stuff, when interesting things appear, you have skin in the game. Okay? For example, I'm sharing you literally free information. I'm participating in IDOs. Before me, you had no idea that Paid was a AAA launchpad. You had no idea that Alex Becker, Crypto Banter, Ivan on Tech, Altcoin Daily are literally as paid advisors, okay, on the Paid Launchpad team. You had no idea. And without me telling you, you didn't even know where to go to participate in the free non-KYC public spots, but you got to be fast. Just give me an example, okay? So you get to see what the trends and the game, whatever the industries coming out, gaming or AI, things that are appearing, okay? So I'm just helping you because a launchpad, an AT launchpad, they will filter from all the best things because they want the biggest projects. That's basically one part of your portfolio. Another part of the portfolio, you're like, well, maybe Pulse Chain altcoins because, you know, Pulse Chain's undervalued. You have strong ecosystem people in there and you might try to find cheap altcoins there, but there's more things that are going to appear. So these are the types of strategies you need to hedge yourself along the way. Okay, now, in the world that I want to live in and the world you want to live in, the lotteries all go to 0. Your core coins do a 100x. Have a look at your portfolio right now, though. Think about all the people that promised you would be up much higher by now. They literally, not only, they promised you, friends. They tried to embarrass me. Okay, you embarrass me. I'm never dying, friends. I'm literally like the dust on furniture. That's right. The glorious dust. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I didn't survive by sucking off everyone else and following the herd. You understand? I don't care what it looks like. I don't care about this whole, let's K-turn, let's draw the biggest up arrow to everyone. I don't care, man. I don't care. I know these people are temporary, man. They're literally seasons. Okay, they're seasonal. You know this too. So think about the narratives you're buying into right now, okay? People are promising you super high price performance in one thing. Are you getting that? I want you to think about that, okay? Now, luckily for you, I'll also help you with things like ratios so you can fine-tune stuff. I'll also help you with things like, hey, you know what? This thing might not last 3 cycles, but we're in early, okay? You saw this with the Gophers launch, for example. So there's going to be more opportunity appearing, but I know eventually what's going to happen because, friends, I've got a list here. It's funny of all these opportunities. You know, if you're in it, you're in the top 10%, okay? The other 90% are not paying attention. You know that, right? I know everybody committed, you're taking everything. The other 90%, I know when they're coming. They're coming towards the end. Now, I'm scared when they come. I'm scared to get their phone call or their message or people to start contacting me. I'm like, oh, no, man. Why are you contacting me now? That means we're like, I wish we were going much higher. I've got a feeling I'm going to be saying that. I'm like, oh, man, this sucks. I wish we were much higher. But it is what it is. I can't control that. So now it really is up to you. Because if you want to win the game, your alternative is go start a YouTube channel. Go get 250,000 subscribers. Go start messaging all these scum hedge funds and then VCs. Get given the allocations and shield to your audience. Every single project. Okay? And don't give them the allocation. Okay? I'm not going to name names. But I don't need to. Go to every single freaking big subscriber count on YouTube related to crypto. They all do it. They all do it. Also interesting, friends. There's a gentleman on Twitter. I think his name's Wizz Crypto. He showed a picture. Ansem, who's like is a Solana type. He basically carried the torch for Solana because he said Solana's contrarian, then it went up, and then dog with a hat and stuff. Right? People posting pictures of him. They made him a main character, by the way. They made Ansem main character. Now, Mr. Wizz Crypto, shout out to this gentleman. He's literally got a mirror image. Ansem before being given restaking Ethereum allocation. I think maybe it was Icon Layer. I don't know what it was given. I forgot what project is. Before it's given it, he says Ethereum's got no narrative. The meme coins on it are trash. Basically, it's done. There's no reason to be in Ethereum. Literally, a month later, he is given ICO allocations. And now he's saying Ethereum has got a good chance again. Everything's going great. You should be in this restaking. It's positive EV to do it. Literally night and day difference. Bang. Crazy. Or is it crazy? Luckily for you, you have a friend like me with straight posture wearing very fluffy slippers, like so, actually telling you this whole time, this is exactly what you want to see, friends. This is exactly what you want to see. I just got some fluff in my mouth, okay? So why do you want to see this? Because you know humans are predictable, all right? The worst place to be in crypto is in the unknown. It's the fear of uncertainty. It's in FUD, right? If you don't know what's going on, it's the worst. It's, you know, remember that saying, better the devil you know than the one you don't? Well, yeah, that's why people hold on to bags that just keep going down or never go up with their whole portfolio. So I've given you a lot of alternatives. Time's running out. I literally spent 24 months telling everyone, try to get an extra job, DCA, buy harder, try to increase your cash position. Do you have an extra car you can sell? We went through this so many times. Some of you, as also friend, you're starting to take on credit card loan and stuff. A few of you have, actually, without even knowing. So who I'm talking to, I know you're listening to this. You think I'm talking about you. No. There's actually like there's 3 of you now. 3 of you have now, actually, now that I think about it, 3 of you have now started to take on credit card loan debt. Just please be careful. I know, yeah, just please be careful, man. This is how it starts, friends. This is how it starts. It starts with like a 5 grand or a 10 grand dip. Trust me, man, this market can be brutal. We could stop tomorrow. Crypto markets, we're just linked to the stock market, okay? But at least with this lottery ticket, I've been giving you the chance. It's just the funniest part, friends. I guarantee you this. Guarantee this. Prices are cheap now. We're early. Everything's pretty good. Eventually, though, the raises will be higher. We will be further along the bull market. It will be riskier. And there will be more pro-SOMI comments. More of them. And everyone will be cheering. But that's when everyone will want to enter. And that's when it will be dangerous. Okay, so right now, I'm fighting the crowd. Every time I do it, friends, I don't even like reading the comments. Trust me, it's the negative reaction, it does get to you. I'm like, man, every time I say something that they just don't want to hear, it just freaking goes nuts. But guess what, friends? if you knew exactly what you were doing, right, you probably would have been in Injective or Soilana by now, for example, okay? Now, obviously, I'm being tongue-in-cheek with that, but you got a point. No one knows what's coming next. But if you've noticed, whenever the crowd is stacked on one side, the negative reactions to the opposing view that they want, it's very strikingly clear, okay? So, for example, saying Bitcoin's topped out for the year right now. How does that make you feel, okay? By the way, I won't consider a 56K Bitcoin as a new high. And that's like, what, 8%, whatever. You know what I mean? See, does that hurt to hear? Or when I tell people, you know, every single alt season has lasted 4 months max, and we've been going up for 2 months in crypto. Now, you might not like the size of the candles, but they've been going up for 2 months, which means you've got 2 months left, unless you believe this time is different, okay? Now, if you believe this time is different, okay, good luck to you. Does that scare you? You're like, wait a minute, we've got 2 months left. Go, yeah, and when this happens, we could rinse out for the rest of the year. You know, friends, Bitcoin halvening year is just the first premature ejaculation excitement. If you go back and check all the charts, that's not the real alt season. The real alt season is when Bitcoin breaks the all-time high. That's open season, alt season. Open season is in all the ducks are sitting in a pond and you are going there and they just sit there and you can go pat every single duck. That's right, and feed all the ducks, okay? So that's basically open season. It's duck eating season, duck feeding season, tongue in cheek there. Look, that's what we're waiting for. This one is the, wow, we really do have potential. That's the type of feeling we get. But it's not, I retired. Okay, the average crowd out here. I retired, or I could retire if I click out, or we've changed the world. Which means it doesn't go high enough to get to that point. My job is to kind of figure out where that point is. And for a lot of people, the point is very disappointingly much lower than they were expecting by this point. But hey, man, I don't make the rules. I'm just a messenger. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Tell mom and daddy love and appreciate him. I'm going to catch you very soon.